जय जय मैया तेरी, जय जय मैया तेरी, जय जय मैया तेरी, जय 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 मैया तेरी, जय जय मैया तेरी, जय जय मैया तेरी, जय। मैं तेरे ही गुण गाऊं, मैं तेरे ही गुण गाऊं, तेरा सहारा लेकर मैया भवसागर तर जाऊं। मैं तेरे ही गुण गाऊं, मैं तेरे ही गुण गाऊं, तेरा सहारा लेकर मैया भवसागर तर जाऊं। मैं तेरे ही गुण गाऊं। जय जय मैया तेरी, जय जय मैया तेरी, जय जय मैया तेरी, जय 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 मैया तेरी, जय जय मैया तेरी, जय जय मैया तेरी, जय। छोड़ जगत माया हम मैया द्वार तिहारे आए। छोड़ जगत माया हम मैया द्वार तिहारे आए। तुझ बिन कोई नहीं जो मेरे जीवन संग बिताए। इस दिन तेरे नाम की मैया मन में जोत जलाऊं। मैं तेरे ही गुण गाऊं, तेरा सहारा लेकर मैया भवसागर तर जाऊं। मैं तेरे ही गुण गाऊं। जननी जननी सत्य साई शुभ जननी, जननी 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 सत्य साई शुभ जननी। तुझसे रोशन सारी दुनिया, तुझसे शाम सवेरे। तुझसे रोशन सारी दुनिया, तुझसे शाम सवेरे। तुझसे ही चलती है मैया हर एक सांस ये मेरी। बिन किसको व्यथा सुनाऊं, मैं तेरे ही गुण गाऊं। तेरा सहारा लेकर मैया अब सागर तर जाऊं, मैं तेरे ही गुण गाऊं। जय जय मैया तेरी, जय जय मैया तेरी, जय जय मैया तेरी, जय 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 मैया तेरी, 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 जय जय साईं मां, जय जय मैया तेरी, जय जय मैया तेरी, जय साईं मां, जय जय मैया तेरी, 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 जय मैया तेरी, जय जय मैया तेरी, जय जय मैया तेरी, जय जय मैया तेरी, जय जय मैया तेरी, जय। Most beloved, ever-present Swami, we offer our loving pranams at your divine lotus feet. Most revered elders, dear brothers and sisters, a very warm and loving Sairam to all of you, and wish you all a very happy Mother's Day. On this day, let us take this opportunity to place our salutations to the mother of this body. For if we hadn't had this body, we wouldn't have had the chance to work out this cycle of birth and death. And then let us place our obeisance at the lotus feet of our Swami, our Divine Mother, who will take us across this cycle of birth and death. There are a lot of roles that a mother plays. And probably the first role, that the moment the child enters into this world, all the effort that a mother does is to make the child as comfortable as possible. And she goes to any extent to ensure that the child is comfortable, the child is having a good time. The child will cry, the child will sleep. And this is a thought that used to come often to my mind. In fact, this was answered by Swami himself. When somebody had asked, why does Swami require so much, we see Swami staying supposedly very comfortably in probably big mansions, in traveling in big cars. And so somebody had asked, Swami, why do you need all this? And it was one of the devotees who was present there who answered that, how much care we take of a child when it comes into this world. Because it is so special for everyone, isn't it? We wouldn't want even the slightest, scratch or anything to happen to the child. This devotee was saying, imagine the Lord himself has come down and is amidst us. How much care should we be taking of him? And Swami just smiled almost in this approval, and then he went on to say that, do you know how much care I am taking care of you? How much I am taking care of you? And so we just thought that we will dedicate the first session to how Swami has been the most beautiful mother for all of us. How he goes to any extent to fulfill the desire and to make us comfortable. So this was a story that was narrated to us by one of the devotees who was there. This happened way back in the 1960s. There was only the Veda Pathshala at that time. There was no institute, there was no Brindavan campus, there was no college at all. Even the concept of students were only the Veda Pathshala students. And so it happened that Swami had gone to Hyderabad to purchase a few chairs for the Purnachandra auditorium, which was under construction. So, that is how Swami is. Once he gets into the project, he is 1000% into the project. So he had gone to Hyderabad himself to pick and choose the chairs that were supposed to be put in the Purnachandra auditorium. In fact, the devotee was telling us that they were not even expecting Swami. So one evening they were coming back and they see Swami standing outside the door. The door is locked, Swami standing outside. Okay, so those were the beautiful days. So Swami, what happened? How come you were here? He said, no, I had to do some purchases, so I came driving, from Parthi. So next morning they go to this market where they can find all the chairs. And Swami enters into a particular shop, and the shopkeeper has no clue who has walked into his shop. And he is, yes, what can I do for you? And Swami says, I need to buy some chairs. And so he says, Swami picks up one chair, he selects it, and he says, so what is the price of this? This person says 16 rupees per chair. And Swami immediately says, no, this is 12 rupees. I'll pay you only 12 rupees for this. And so the bargaining process started, and Swami was vehement. Okay, he is a very good bargainer. And this person, no, 18 rupees, and from 18 he came to 17, and finally to 16, and he was stuck on 16. And the way Swami was bargaining, the person standing, the devotee who was standing next to Bhagwan, he was feeling so odd. I mean, God doesn't stand and bargain. So he was kind of trying to pull Swami's hand, saying, Swami, it's okay. I mean, just 2-3 rupees, just let go, And Swami kept telling him, no, you keep quiet. I'm doing it, right? I'm getting the deal. It seems eventually Swami just turned out and said, either you give it to me for 12 rupees or I'm going. And so he just turned out, and he turned back, and immediately this person said, okay, fine, you can take it for 12. Right? Obviously, Swami knows what is the cost of manufacture, he knows the profit margin, and all of those things he knows. Probably all the mothers know, brother is saying. Right, they're always looking for the best deals in town. So, as Swami walked out, oh yeah, fine, you can take, for 12 rupees. And so the amount was paid, and as they stepped out, this devotee just folded his hands and saying, Swami, what is the need for you to do bargaining? Now, what is it? How does it matter 1 or 2 rupees? You are God. And Swami, this is the answer he gave. Swami said, I am not doing it to save up on some 1 or 2 rupees. I need every single rupee, for in time to come, I am going to start a university where I will give free education to my students. I want to save money for that. Okay. This was God Almighty, for whom Kubera is like his secretary. Okay, meaning the Lord of all wealth is his secretary. If he wants, he can get as many checks signed. But here was Swami giving us a beautiful message that you need to save up. And the amount of effort that he had put in to just set up this university. So this was one incident that comes to my mind.
Now, when we talk about the university, I recall another incident which took place when the construction of the Satisai Senior Boys Hostel was taking place in Prasanthi Bhajan. And like Ameya was saying, Swami, when he's in a project, he's completely in the project. He would be literally micromanaging every single action that is going on. And so the hostel was being constructed and the interior works were being done. And Swami was personally standing there for hours together supervising the work. So one of our hostel in charges, sir was feeling very bad that Swami is having to spend so much of time. Swami is standing there for hours together in the hot, it's such a hot day. And yet Swami is there and he's very happy and he wants to be there to get the job done. So this sir goes up to Swami and says, Swami, you don't need to be standing here, Swami. Leave this work to us. This is just interior, just supervising work. We can do it, we can manage. Swami says, no, you guys won't do a good job. I cannot trust you on this. It's for my students, so I have to ensure that everything is done well. So sir says, no, Swami, you can count on me. I will stay here personally and get this job done. Tell me what needs to be done. So Swami says, okay, we'll take this room. Just this room. There are 3 things that need to be done. There is the furniture work, there's the electrical work, and painting work that is pending. So in our hostels, the cupboard that each student is allotted comprises of 2 doors. So the one set of doors open this way, where you keep your books, and the lower shelf opens downward, which also doubles up as your writing desk. So Swami said, see, this furniture work needs to be done. There's still some electrical work which is going on. There is painting work going on. Tomorrow morning, I will come here at 9 o'clock. Can you ensure that everything will be done to my satisfaction? He says, yes, Swami, you can count on me. I will be here and I will get it done. Swami says, fine. And Swami leaves. So sir stays the whole night supervising the entire work, because he wants to prove to Swami that, I can deliver what I promise. So the work goes on. The next morning comes. As Swami would always keep his time, stroke of 9, Swami walks into hostel. Sir is waiting outside. Swami says, what? Work done? Can we go inspect? Yes, Swami. I have stayed there the whole night. It's ready. Swami says, okay, let's go. Swami goes into the room. He walks up to a cupboard, and Swami opens the cupboard. Like I said, the cupboard that opens downward. He opens it, and Swami says, look. And the cupboard is not parallel to the ground. So the flap is at an angle. So Swami says, look, is this what you supervise? If it is at this kind of an angle, if it is not parallel to the ground, my boys will sit and they'll get spondylitis, they'll get back pain if they sit and write on such desks. Furniture fail. Your one task gone, you're failed in this task. So sir really didn't see that coming.
33%.
33% gone. So then Swami says, next what? Swami, electricity. Everything done? Yes, Swami. Swami looks up and there is one wire hanging from the fan. A loose wire. Swami says, look at this. My boys will get shocked. What will happen if you leave it like this? An exposed open wire. Electricity also failed. This is terrible. I didn't expect this from you. And sir says, he starts breaking into a sweat. How did this happen? Did this wire just pop out just to get me into trouble? It was all fine when I looked. And then Swami says, there's only one department left, painting. Done? Swami, I don't know, Swami. I think it is. I thought it was done. I really don't know. Wait, let me see. Swami goes to the window, and we have these window stoppers, right? Swami turns the window stopper and sees that the back side of it has not been painted. That's it. He gets one more round of liberal dose from Swami and says, nothing you have done. I told you, this is why I need to stand here. This is why I need to ensure that things get done. That is the effort, and that is the attention to detail. When you talk about attention to detail, his attention and his level of detailing are at a whole different, it's a whole different league altogether. Such small things cannot escape Swami's eye. And that's how mothers are, aren't they? There's nothing that is perfect for them, because they'll always think that there could be something that could have been better. You might say, it was a wonderful dish that you prepared, but mom will always feel that, but I think it could have been better. So that is one aspect of Swami as a mother.
So here is another bhajan that we can offer to this loving Swami of ours, this loving mother of ours.
प्रेममयी साई माँ, ज्ञानमयी साई माँ,
प्रेममयी साई माँ, ज्ञानमयी साई माँ,
प्रेममयी साई माँ, ज्ञानमयी साई माँ,
प्रेममयी साई माँ, ज्ञानमयी साई माँ।
जय माँ, जय माँ, मोक्षप्रदायिनी मा
शिवशक्ति रूपिणी साई मां मोक्षप्रदायिनी मां
शिवशक्तिरूपिणी साई मा मोक्षप्रदायिनी मा
शिवशक्ति रूपिणी साई मां मोक्षप्रदायिनी मां
जय मा जय मा
जय मां जय
जय मा जय मा
जय मां जय
जय मा जय मा जय मा
जय मां जय मां
जय मा जय मा जय मा प्रेममयी साई मा ज्ञानमयी साई मा
प्रेममयी साई मां ज्ञानमयी साई
जय मा जय मा जय मा
जय मां जय मां
शिवशक्तिरूपिणी साई मा मोक्षप्रदायिनी मा
शिवशक्ति रूपिणी साई मां मोक्षप्रदायिनी मां
जय मा जय मा
जय मां जय मां
जय मा जय मा जय मा
जय मां जय मां
जय मा जय मा जय मा
जय मां जय मां
प्रेममयी
साई मां
ज्ञानमयी साई मा
The next aspect of mother is when the child grows up, the first teacher for the child is the mother. So how would Swami teach? We all know that one of the unique facets or features of Swami was his ability to simplify things, even the most complex of things, how beautifully he would say in the simplest of words. So this was another occasion how Swami taught the most amazing insight in the most simplest of ways. So happened that those were the years when the new Tetra packs had come, the juice that we get in, the cardboard boxes. And so some of them were lying in the room, and Swami Karunyananda was pressing Swami's feet. And Swami noticed that set of Tetra packs in the corner, and he asked, "Oh, what is that?" So Karunyananda Swamiji was just looking behind, and he said, "Swami, there is a new contraption in which juice is coming." "Oh, okay. So immediately he got one and he gave it to Swami. And now what ensued after this is such a beautiful interaction. So Swami Karunyananda is pressing Swami's feet, and he's not looking at Swami's face. He's busy just pressing Swami's feet. Swami is talking to the students who are behind. Okay? So Swami looks at Karunanda and he's saying, "So how do you, what is this, juice packet about? So he said, Swami, this is, there is a hole to this in which you can put the straw and you can have. Okay, now he's not looking at Swami. Swami is looking at the students and saying, this is also a packet in which there is essence or rasa. The word he used for juice was rasa, which means essence. So this is also, Swami is pointing at his body. Okay, so now he is giving a simile, which is the Tetra Pak is just like our body, which also has rasa, and it also has several holes, right? So then he says, okay, so what do you do? So then he says, Swami, we generally enjoy that. So then Swami asks, so is the packet more important or the rasa more important? So Swami, obviously the rasa is more important. And Swami is looking at the students and saying, yeah, the rasa is more important, right? So what is inside of you is more important than your body. Then Swami says, does it stay forever? So he says, no Swami, it has an expiry date. And Swami says, this also has an expiry date. Okay, so just imagine, here was a beautiful conversation. So, Swamiji has no idea, Swami Karunananda has no idea what is going on. Only the students are getting to know the insight that Swami is giving through this Tetra Pak. Okay, and so of course there are so many more things that Swami used this Tetra Pak for, to convey. But these are the few things that I remember. One was the expiry date, the other was the hole, and the third one was the rasa that is there. And so then he says, then what happens after the rasa is over? Swami, we just throw it off. And he says, yeah, this also same thing happens, isn't it? You just throw it off and get rid of it. So what is more important for us is to know the inside and not pay so much attention to what is on the outside. So this is how a mother teaches the most profound of insights in the most simplest of ways. We'll have another bhajan now.
Janani Sai Devi Dayamai
Janani Sai Devi Dayamai
Janani Sai Devi Dayamai
Janani Sai Devi Dayamai
Janani Ma Kripalini Ma Janani Ma Kripalini Ma तुम हो प्रेम स्वरूपिणी माँ तुम हो प्रेम स्वरूपिणी माँ दया करो सत्य साई माँ कृपा करो सत्य साई माँ जननी प्रेमदायिनी जननी प्रेमदायिनी जननी साई देवी दयामयी जननी माँ कृपालिनी माँ तुम हो प्रेम स्वरूपिणी माँ दया करो साई माँ, जननी प्रेमदायिनी माँ, जननी प्रेमदायिनी माँ, जननी साई देवी दयामयी.
And when the mother tries to teach us and we don't learn, probably that is the time when she is hurt the most. I remember there are so many occasions when we have hurt our Swami. Very vividly, I recall this incident that happened when I was in 8th class and Swami was standing in the portico one evening. The results of the college boys had just come. The college students, the results had come, and it was not a great result. The boys had not done as well as they should have. And all the results had gone to Swami and he had gone through it, and he stepped out of the interview room and he stood against a pillar. On the ladies' side currently, in Prasanthi Nilayam, the first pillar, in the portico is, I still remember very vividly, Swami standing there and, he was resting against the pillar as if someone is very tired, kind of resting behind. And he looked at all the boys and he says, "Boys, what are you doing? With what expectation your parents have sent you to this place? That you will do well, that you will be a good boy, that you will bring good name to your parents, to your country, to your institution. And what are you doing?" And already all the boys had started tearing up. And then Swami said, "You are not able to respect one mother's love. What will you understand 1,000 mothers' love?" Pointing at himself. And I still remember the pin drop silence that was there that day in Mandir. At that time, the Kulwant Hall was not even there. But every one student who walked out of Mandir that day knew what were the expectations of this mother. All she wanted from her children is that they do well, they bring a good name, they rise up to their potential. And that is what Swami always wanted from his students.
Mothers have so many weapons up their armory, weapons which they, sticks, whatever you call them, to put us in line. Silence is the most painful. Right? When they stop talking to you, there's something wrong. The fault is at your end. You don't know for which fault of yours you're being pulled up. So you don't know which one you have to own up for, because you might own up for something which he was not aware of, and then you're in double trouble. Swami would often do the same thing when he would want to drive home a lesson. He would just not talk. And that would be the most painful thing, because you are there right in front of him, but for him, he would pretend like you just don't exist. The marble and the pillars and the roof, everything else will get more attention. Swami's eye contact will be at that level. You'll be right here under his nose. And he wouldn't talk. And over the years, boys have had so many different tactics to try to get Swami to talk again with students. And on this one particular occasion, the final year boys were waiting for an opportunity to get a personal interview with Swami, because that would be the norm. That Swami would always call the boys who were passing out and give them an exclusive interview. And it was not happening. So the final year boys were getting more anxious that, "Swami, you're not talking to us. We're very soon going to pass out. Then we will miss this chance to spend some time with you." So garrowing Swami was one of the last resorts, where when Swami comes for darshan, students would just surround Swami on all sides and just say, "Swami, Swami, please, Swami, Swami, sorry, Swami." And then eventually, at some point of time, of course, Swami being Swami, his heart would melt and he would give in. So on this one particular occasion, Swami was walking away from the interview room, and boys are not close enough to garrow him. So they started, in chorus, they started saying, "Swami, please, Swami, 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 please, Swami, please, Swami, please talk to us, Swami." Swami just turned around, and Swami has this way of using your own words to teach you the lesson. He doesn't need to use his. So Swami turned around and said, "Yes, please, Swami. If you want Swami to talk to you, please, Swami." So immediately, yes, the message went right where it had to. Got delivered, blue tick, yes. So Swami has these inimitable ways of driving home lessons and making us understand what expectations he has of us, and how periodically he would tell us, you're not rising up. This is where I've set the mark for you, and you guys are not coming up enough. And he would take that effort to ensure that we went up that and reached that mark. So we'll go to the next bhajan.
Yeah, the reason why we are doing, this bhajan and this is so that it helps you to internalize the bhajan. So you get a lot of ideas, or, you can build your own stories. So probably this next bhajan, you can use it. So suppose, let us say Swami is not talking to me. How will I get her attention? Or what will I sing to her?
Cry out.
How will I cry out to her? And probably this is one bhajan that can be used for that.
जय मां जगदीश्वरी साई मां जय मां जगदीश्वरी साई मां जय मां जगदीश्वरी साई जय मां जगदीश्वरी साई जगदीश्वरी महेश्वरी साईश्वरी साई जगदीश्वरी महेश्वरी साईश्वरी जगदीश्वरी महेश्वरी साईश्वरी साई जय मां जगदीश्वरी साई जगदीश्वरी महेश्वरी साईश्वरी साई जगदीश्वरी महेश्वरी साईश्वरी साई जगदीश्वरी महेश्वरी साईश्वरी साई जगदीश्वरी महेश्वरी साईश्वरी साई जगदीश्वरी साई माँ। जगदीश्वरी महेश्वरी साईश्वरी साई माँ। जय माँ जय माँ जगदीश्वरी साई माँ। जगदीश्वरी महेश्वरी साईश्वरी साई माँ। जगदीश्वरी महेश्वरी साईश्वरी साई जगदीश्वरी महेश्वरी साईश्वरी साई जय माँ जय माँ जगदीश्वरी साई माँ।
So I was telling you how Swami's silence would be one of his most powerful weapons to teach us the lesson. Sometimes he teaches the lesson to a whole class. Sometimes he picks and chooses certain individuals to whom he wants to teach that lesson. And that is even more painful because you're all alone. You know, you're not with a bunch of your classmates who can console you. And when you're alone, you truly feel alone. You feel like there's absolutely nobody else in that world who understands your position, because the light would just shift. The spotlight would move away from you and you would be all dark, and Swami would, like I said, pretend like you just don't exist. So this one particular student was experiencing this treatment, the cold storage, as we call it in our language, students' language. It's called the cold storage. You've just been pushed back and you don't exist. So he was just not able to take it, and he was praying and he was trying to catch Swami's attention, and he was trying to give Swami letter. We would find these vantage points to sit where Swami, you would think Swami cannot miss me. He has to walk past me. Swami would find another route altogether to completely ignore that whole row, and then the whole row will curse you. Think, because you are sitting here, Swami didn't come this side. So this one particular student had written a letter, and in his letter he wrote saying, Swami, why are you torturing me like this? Why are you torturing me like this? Why are you treating me in this way? And he managed to give this letter to Swami. Swami comes out with his letter in his hand and calls that boy and says, what have you written? You're asking, why am I torturing you like this? Swami asked, do you know what is the meaning of the word torture? Swami said, when you say torture, it means that the person who is inflicting it on somebody enjoys the pain that is being endured by that other person whom it is being inflicted upon. And Swami says, you call this torture? You think I am getting joy by not talking to you? It hurts me more that I'm not able to talk to you because I want you to learn the lesson, and therefore I'm not talking to you. It hurts me more than it hurts you because I want to, and I'm not doing it because you've not learned your lesson. So don't you dare write a word like torture don't use such language without knowing what it means, Swami said. So there is the extent to which he goes to teach us even while we are learning, we are still not, there are other lessons that he teaches us for us to understand how careful we should be about the words that we use. Even though we think we can take liberties with Swami says, no, you don't use words that you don't know the meaning of.
So this next bhajan, to such a loving mother who goes to any extent to ensure that we learn this lesson. Prema Swarupini Janani Ma Prema Swarupini Janani Ma Prema Swarupini Janani Ma Prema Swarupini Janani Ma Sharana Namostute Sai Ma Namostute Sai Ma Namostute Sai Ma Prema Swarupini Janani Ma Prema Swarupini Janani Ma Jagadambe Kripa Kari Sai 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 Ma Karunamayi Janani Sai Jagadambe Kripa Kari Sai Ma Jagadambe Kripa Kari Sai Ma Karunamayi Janani Sai Ma Karunamayi Janani Sai Ma Tribhuvana Palini Sai Ma Tribhuvana Palini Sai Ma Namostute Sai Ma Namostute Sai Ma Namostute Sai Ma Namostute Sai Ma Prema Swarupini Janani Ma.
To such a mother, what is it that we can do in return? this lifetime is never enough for us to be able to do in return for what our earthly mother, our divine mother can and always has done for us. I remember this story, not remember the story, I remember this incident which happened when we went to Kodaikanal with Bhagwan in 2009. And as is the norm, the protocol in Kodaikanal, Swami had given all of us money and said go for shopping and buy something for your parents because you have spent time away from them, so take something back for them from Kodaikanal as a souvenir. So we all went to the bazaar and everybody headed in different directions because we had a short window, small window within which we had to finish our purchase. And all of us finished shopping. We came back to Sai Shruti. There was not much discussion. We just looked at, okay, what did you buy? What did you buy? Oh, which shop did you go? I didn't see this. That kind of talk. And Swami would always come that evening and look at all the gifts that we had bought. And Swami would ask, how much did you pay? Did you bargain? Because Swami would be very unhappy if he bargained. Because Swami would say, I have given you the money to spend. Why are you bargaining? Right? The money is what I have given you. Why should you bargain? You should just have paid the shopkeeper what he asked. So, as it happened, all of us were waiting in turn to show Swami. And I observed that there were about 37 of us who had gone to Kodaikanal. Now, if I tell you that when you look at Swami, just as he is, what do you think he would require? He comes, no frills attached. He is independent. He is just himself. But 37 people each found a different thing that they thought would be of use to Swami. If I start listing out the 37 items, it's so fascinating. It was so fascinating because one boy went up and said, Swami, this is handkerchiefs made out of fine muslin cloth, Swami. Swami, I just thought you could use it. So somebody else came and said, Swami, I bought a basket so that you can keep vibhuti packets and it can come. When Swami goes for darshan, somebody would walk behind Swami with a vibhuti basket. Somebody else bought one folder and said, Swami, all the letters that come from devotees can be kept inside this. Somebody else bought a shawl in the same color as Swami's robe, saying, Swami, if you're feeling cold, you can put this shawl and it won't look like you're wearing a shawl, Swami. It'll just gel with your robe. Like this, one after the other items kept coming up. Somebody bought a footstool, a foot cushion for Swami and said, Swami, you could use this. Someone had bought a conch on which they wrote, we love you, Swami. They had it embossed. One of my classmates took the cake. Because, just a little aside, the previous 2 days, Swami had not been dining with us. Swami would go inside to his inner chamber and come back and just sit with us and watch us eat. And on one of the occasions, one of the elders, I happened to ask Swami, Swami, you're not eating? And Swami said, no, I have mouth ulcer, so I'm not eating. This boy bought a tube of mouth ulcer gel. And he came and offered it to Swami and said, Swami, you said you have mouth ulcer. Swami, you should use this. And Swami said, what is this? Pretending that he doesn't know. And then he said, Swami, this is a gel. It will help you so much. Very quickly, it will heal, Swami. In the night, you should put. So that, Swami, from tomorrow or day after, you can come and sit with us and eat. No, who would have thought that? That's what when we talk about what we can offer to him in return. It's just every heart will have its own way of expressing itself. And this is one incident that's very close to me because I was right there and we were just blown away. Look at all of us. We thought Swami would use a cushion, Swami would use a kerchief. He has hundreds of handkerchiefs. He has so many foot cushions. But here was one heart which thought so differently and thought for that moment what he thought Swami would need the most. So what can we ever do in this lifetime which we'll feel, yeah, I've done enough in return for what I have got. Just can never happen, isn't it?
So let us use all of these stories only to remind ourselves that every moment of our lives we can do something for Swami. So every meal that we prepare can be an offering to Swami. I'm tempted to tell, I know we're really running out of time. I'm tempted to tell one quick story. Is it okay?
Is it okay?
Okay. of course, we have all heard this. It so happened that, oftentimes we just prepare at home, we prepare food, and then we say Brahmarpanam, and then kind of partake it. We are quite sure that Brahma is not going to eat that, because if he was really going to eat it, we probably wouldn't have done Brahmarpanam, Just imagine, plate is kept and you do Brahmarpanam, and when you open your eyes, there's nothing on your plate. You probably, right? I have got this thought many times. Stupid of me, I'm sorry. Because especially good items like pizza and all, quickly do off. What if he takes it off? Hold on to it and say Brahmarpanam probably. So this was what one of the, how Swami shows. So they had prepared this dish and they had offered Naivedyam. Swami, this is your plate. Don't touch this. You can eat that. Kind of. I'm just joking. But Naivedyam was put, and after that the whole family sat for food, and they partook. And as they were partaking, the male member said that, "Arey, this sambar does not have any salt. Salt kam ho gaya. Salt is less. Oh, I forgot to put salt." So, the auntie went and put salt in it, mixed it, and they all partook. Months later, when they came to Parthi, Swami is remarking, you will put salt in the sambar which you eat, there's no salt in my sambar. Because in the Naivedyam sambar, she forgot to put salt. Okay, so we can do that, we can do it every moment of the day that we spend. Everything we can offer it to Swami. Swami, this is the best I can do for you. This is what I can do for you, because you are doing so much for us. And therefore this last bhajan, Mata Mata Sai Mata.
Mata Mata Sai Mata, Mata Mata Sai Mata, Mata Mata Sai Mata, Mata Mata Sai Mata, Jagat Mata Sai Vishwa 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 Mata, Mata Mata Sai Mata, Mata Mata Sai Mata, Durga Bhavani Kali Kapalini, Durga Bhavani Kali Kapalini, Durga Bhavani Kali Kapalini, Durga Bhavani Kali Kapalini, Shanti Daini Sai Mata, Shanti Daini Sai Mata, Shanti Daini Sai Mata, Shanti Daini Sai Mata, Mata Mata Sai Mata, Mata Mata Sai Mata, Jagat Mata Sai Vishwa Mata, Jagat Mata Sai Vishwa Mata, Mata Mata Sai Mata, Mata Mata Sai Mata, Durga Bhavani Kali Kapalini, Durga Bhavani Kali Kapalini, Shanti Daini Sai Mata, Shanti Daini Sai Mata, Shanti Daini Sai Mata, Shanti Daini Sai Mata, Mata Mata Sai Mata. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.